Say, alright, so first and foremost, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. We said amongst our personal elders, agreements, and ruler teachers of personal truth, and we see salutations, so they are coming to the push with no truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season on season, we see Shalom. Once again, going entire video here. You know, when I saw this clip, right? It's a man who came home from work early and found his girlfriend slash baby mother in bed with another man while his daughter was seen laid on the floor. Right? You know what? Let me see if I play a clip. Play the clip because you know YouTube.
Yo, Elena, what you got going on, bro? What? This is a friend. This is a friend?
Yes.
So this is what you turned Jehovah's Witness for?
Sebastian, chill out. It's just a friend.
Bro, and you got my kids on the ground.
What are you talking
Bro, you got my kids on the ground, bro. My daughter's on the ground. Winter, a grown-ass nigga like this. I'm not even mad, bro, but you gotta go, bro. Feel me? She got DCF problems. She got all type of stuff, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is really crazy.
Can you chill out?
This is crazy, bro. I don't know how you. Well, you know what? It's that don't even matter, bro. But dude, she got 2 kids, bro.
Right? You can see the clip, and I want to say fair use to the video because I don't know, you know, the terms and services of YouTube now. But nonetheless, as you can see, you know, he came home, and again, I don't know if it's a skit, but you know, it's still using it because this is like a common occurrence to men outside here, right? Especially in the times that we're in. You know, you're hearing plenty men giving stories about their wife of so many years, you know, they came home, catch out another guy, right? And as you could see in the video, you know, he came home, saw the man, saw her, right? And you see the part where the kids, you know, the little child was on the floor, right? And that is total wickedness, you know. So let me bring the scripture here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25, verse 12. It's a matter of fact, yeah, see, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Verse 13, it says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. So, yeah, so give me any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Because just watch, you know, you're hearing him talk in the video, and you can hear the pain. You know, his voice started get broken up, and that is what you would expect. You know, it have other men that they, you know, they would have, you know, there's use a term now called crashed out, right? You know, the youths that they say they will crash out, that is what he would have done, right? He would have crashed on them, and he would have all right doing that, right? So that way it say, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, right? Any wickedness, right? Any other wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, because it's what's that? You know, you come home after a long day at work, right? And coming home to see your kids on the floor, you know, your girl, she in bed with another man on your bed, yo, that total wickedness. Them kind of situations that he would turn a sane man mad, right? It say verse 14, and any affliction but the affliction of them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies, right? Let me jump on to verse 16. It say, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. Yeah, you know, you rather dwell with 2 beasts that could kill you, right? Than to keep house with a wicked woman. And that is what this woman is in this video. She's a wicked, adulterous woman, right? and she's committing a very serious sin, right? And you could see how serious it is when it comes to these things that is what the scriptures tell you. You know, is you rather dwell with a lion and a dragon, right, than to keep house with a wicked woman, right? It'll show you how serious it is. You know, that is when men tell you, yeah, it's better you leave. You know, it's better you just go. If you have a wicked woman, it's better you just cut you off and go, right? Because you don't want these kind of things to happen to you. You don't want to come home because each man could deal with the situation different. We have seen in videos, we have seen on the news how men would have how certain men dealt with this kind of stuff, right? And that is why it's such an important thing that hey, you have a good woman, or when I mean a good woman, she listening, she hacking on to you, she falling, she abiding. Hey, better keep she around because majority of these women outside here is straight out demons, right? Straight out demons. They are women that would actually agree with what it is being done in this video. They would say, wait is the wait is he do for she to do that, right? And they would bypass the fact that hey, she had the kids on the ground, she committing adultery and these things, right? That is the kind of wickedness that you would get from women, right? So you say, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. It said the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. So that is why sometimes when I watch these women, right, they're upon so much makeup, it's to cover up that wickedness. They're trying to hide that darkness in the face, right? And as soon as that makeup come off, you see a whole different beast, right? You see a whole different creature. As that makeup come off, you see a whole different creature, right? So that way, sometimes when you watch a woman, you could see the wickedness on her face. That is why it's I show men saw a woman. That's by watching them, you could see the trouble, you could see the pain that she would bring, right? Even though she might have her best body, she might think you could watch her face and you could just see that evil inside of her, right? So you say the wickedness of a woman changed her face and darkened her countenance like a sackcloth. And that is why, like, when you watch some of these hoes, these harlots, when you watch them, the more they do it, you just start to see the whole countenance changing, the whole attitude changing. Like like some of these like when you listen to some of these interviews, or like you just hear, I was watching a clip recently with a ex porn star, talking, and you could see by the way she talking the stuff that, just because she sleep around so much, you could see how mad she is, right? So it goes to show that, doing these things, it literally change it. It change your countenance, it change your whole behavior, the whole pattern change up. You see, verse 18, it say, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Right? It say verse 19. That's one more. Verse 18, it say, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, he shall sigh bitterly. Yeah. You're around your bedroom, and you're around your neighbors, and they're talking. Hey, you see your wife. I see a girl. The next man, yeah, you going on, you going to sigh one time. you know you say all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, right? Because just watch that video. There is total wickedness. The kids on the ground, like somebody say, putting my kids on the ground to cheat is an issue. I'm gonna have to, we saying there. Somebody say, dude moving way too slow for me. This woman Mark, she says, sad there are women who would die to have a child. Then we have breeders like this. This next person, Mark, bitches are at an all-time low right now. Yeah, an all-time low. The standard of women, the standard of women today, it on the ground. It's very low. You understand? Very, very low. Right? So it say all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Yeah. So all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Right? Alright, I just wanted to see like this woman here, she said she did wrong, but WTF, he steady and saying, look at my daughter on the floor and not picking her up. So you see, this a woman, she done bypass the wickedness of what the woman doing in the video to talk about what the man doing. The man right now he in shock. He in pain. It's a verse 20, as the climbing up is on the ways to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. A woman, if she maintain a husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. It says, a wicked woman abated the courage, make it an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. So yes, it say here, a wicked woman abated the courage, make it an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. And that is what I'm doing to him. You feel going on to him right now. He wounded right now. In a video you could hear your whole voice change. Right? You could hear the sorrow in his voice. So everything in that moment there is like, all the emotions coming on him, the rage, the sadness, the shock, all these things. As somebody mentioned here, you need to go and do a DNA test because you don't know. All these things go on through your mind. That way it's make it an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Right? To get over them kind of things, it could take a little while. Right? So it's of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Right? Through her we all die. So you see, it goes to show how important it is that when you're dealing with a woman outside here, to make sure you get something good. And yeah, I was saying, these women outside here don't want to hear this word. They don't want to listen to this word. They want to, bring these scriptures and so forth. It's like kryptonite to Superman to them. This word is like kryptonite, is what kryptonite is to Superman. These women, they literally don't want to hear this. They don't want to follow the Lord. What happened in the videos, the kind of stuff that they like doing. They find much joy in that. Right? She going on the group chat. She going on, talk to she friends, and they go encourage her anything and to continue being that way. Right? So it say, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to go abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. So yes, if she don't want to go the way, cut her off, to keep her around. Because that's the next thing too. Usually, a woman will be doing all this kind of stuff, and men would keep them around. And it will only get worse. When you feel it's going to get better, I know it's going to get worse. Cut you off. Right? Cut you off. And this person says so fake. I know what I would say, even if it's just a skit, I saw it and I just wanted to, use it because it literally happens. It's something that you can't put past, especially in this time that we're in. Right? Right? So that's why literally you pay close attention to the woman that you're going wrong, or who you may be dealing with. Right? So once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We say them as apostles and elders of great mercy and ruler teachers of apostles in truth. And we say salutations to the Akamas that push you with truth and sincerity, day in and day out and constantly, in season and season. We say Shalom.